Well, all I can say is I tried. I worked my fucking ass off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I watched the line movements. I checked every single injury report on every fucking team. And I lost $7,000 or $8,000 fucking dollars, and it's not done yet. And now I'm losing 17-0 in the New York-Philadelphia game. 17-0 I'm down in this game. I thought that it couldn't get any worse, and it is getting worse. Seriously, let's go over these games. I tried to write up a description of what happened today. I tried to write. I tried to write what I was doing, and I couldn't fucking even think. I mean, at some point, the pain, it just, you don't feel anything anymore. It's like getting stuck with a needle. Like sticking a dead man. You don't feel any pain anymore. I mean, what the fuck? Listen to these games. Let's start with the worst ball buster of the whole fucking day. The worst ball buster of the whole fucking day. I like an idiot, I bet the New York Jets plus 10. New York Jets plus 10. I know that's a crazy play. I know that's the wrong side. I know that. You got to be contrarian. You can't always bet the fucking favorites every week. You let up in the poorhouse. Right next to me. I got the Jets plus 10. I got the under. With 15 seconds left in the fucking game. 15 seconds left. The score's 24-17. Denver. I got plus 10. I got under 44.5. I forgot exactly. But I'm winning that one by 3.5. So I got the under locked. I got the Jets locked. And what did the Jets fucking do? They're on the 15-yard line. And of course they take a sack down to the 1. The next play they almost get a safety. And the next play, it's a fucking pick 6. A pick 6 to Denver. It doesn't even fucking matter except that it screws the game over. And it screws me on the fucking Jets who lose by 14 fucking points. Seriously. On one goddamn play. I kept the game perfectly. I have the balls to bet a bad team. I go contrarian against the public. And I get screwed in the ass. Seriously. Denver, thanks a lot. Or, excuse me, Jets, thanks a lot for screwing my money there. And that was the beginning. That was just the beginning. I can't take this. I don't know if I can do this seriously. That's one game out of like 14 of them. And there's going to be 14 things like that. Seriously. I have to? Get it out of my system? I tried to write it. I was trying to write. I wrote like a paragraph or two. And I was completely, I'm serious. I can barely even speak. That's how upset I am. Does it matter if you're down 7,000 or 8,000? What's the difference? The Pittsburgh Steelers and Cleveland Browns. You think, gee, the whole defensive secondary is out for the Browns. The whole defensive secondary is out for the Cleveland Browns. There's nobody on the whole fucking defensive line that can play. The Browns are giving up all these yards. I know the Steelers are never a bargain. They always fuck you in the ass every game. But I wasn't going to bet the Steelers. Not to win the game, no, because they're not capable. That's a disappointment of a franchise if I've ever seen one since Mike Tomlin's taken over. Fuck! But I decide that the Browns, who have given up 30, 27, 28, 23, they gave up 20-something points every goddamn game, and now their whole fucking defensive secondary is decimated. Isn't that right? And seriously, the whole defensive secondary for the Cleveland Browns is out. So that's telling me the Steelers will probably score, I think it was 23 or 23.5. Team total. In other words, the team must score X number of points. I'm thinking the Steelers, well, they haven't held anybody. The Browns haven't held anybody the whole fucking season to less than like 27. The Steelers should get 23 plus. No, they scored 10 fucking points. 10 points the whole goddamn game. And they were lucky to get 7. They were down 24-3 the whole goddamn game. The Browns! The fucking Cleveland Browns! Holy shit. So that's 0-1, 0-2. I lose all this money on the Jets, on the under, and then that's the Steelers total. Jacksonville Jaguars Titans. There's one of the winners I had for the day, which was the Jaguars. Chicago Atlanta. How is it possible that Atlanta shows up on their home field? The entire linebacking core is out for Chicago. The entire, I'm out of breath. The entire linebacking core is out for the Bears. They're completely gone. And they're playing in the Dome. They're playing Atlanta. They're playing Matt Ryan. They're playing a great offense that scores a shitload of points. And the Falcons couldn't score anything at home. Couldn't do shit the whole goddamn day. And their defense was worse. They couldn't stop Cutler and those wide receivers if their life depended on it. It was embarrassing. Goddamn, the Falcons are a fraud. Fucking shits. I'm not finished yet. This is like the third game, and I'm already out of control. I mean, seriously. Look at this. I want you to see show you how bad it is. Instead of drinking the good wine, look at this. This was the Ferrari. I'm out of breath. This is the way we're going to drink tonight. Well, I drank this today. Now I got to drink the Rex Goliath.
You deserve it.
I got to drink the Rex Goliath. This is like $4.30 a bottle?
No.
I'm going to be drinking Yellowtail before the season's up. I'll be drinking Yellowtail. Look at this. You think I'm ashamed to show this wine? How long has this been in the refrigerator?
10 years.
10 years.
Aging gracefully.
Aging gracefully. Seriously, this is not a joke. This is the shit wine that I got to pull out because I lost my fucking ass, and I got to drink shit wine now. I mean, that's what it's come down to. I'm not finished yet. Let me give you these games. I'll try to run through them. You probably, if you haven't turned the tape off yet, hold on. Holy shit! I got the Miami Dolphins +3. They've got the game locked up. They're up by 7, whatever it was. Of course, they let Green Bay come and win on the last play of the fucking game. Of course that happens. Of course. I got the game locked. I called it perfectly. I capped the game perfectly. I told you exactly what would happen. I knew exactly what would happen. I know the Dolphins would play well. I knew the public were idiots to play the road Packers -3 in this game. And of course they got a push out of it. I should have got the win. I should have got the win. Oh my goodness. What else is there? So there's another loss, or another push. It's a push. That's a huge victory. I mean, that's like the best highlight of the day is that they got a push on a fucking game, losing on the last play of the game. That's like a victory. I should have fucking threw myself a parade. Oh my goodness. The Detroit Lions, and I have Minnesota. I have Minnesota as like, I'm getting points initially. I think I was getting points with the Vikings. I was getting 2 or 3, and then it was a pick 'em. I bet the Vikings as a pick. I get them getting points, and they don't even show up. Did you see the offensive line for the Vikings? They couldn't stop a fucking. They couldn't stop a caterpillar moving through the field. If a caterpillar walked across the field, they would have sacked the quarterback. It was ridiculous. Seriously. How in the fuck do you call yourself a professional football team and give up all those sacks? Seriously, Minnesota. God damn you. Holy shit. So, of course, I get fucked in the ass on that game, too. Oh, my goodness. So I lose that one. I had the under in the game, and of course, that game flies over. So there's a 0-6 so far, and boy, this thing is turning into not just it's turning into an ass parade. I'm telling you. Carolina, Cincinnati. At least it didn't have that game. It ends up in a tie. New England, Buffalo. All right, I got the Buffalo Bills +3. It looks like the solid play. There was talk that Tom Brady would be out for the game. That he'd be out. That he wouldn't start. Of course he starts, and you couldn't stop him. There was no way to stop Tom Brady in this day. And of course, you saw what happened. They won by 2 touchdowns. Buffalo was a horrible play. What a fraud of a fucking team. Frauds! And Kyle Orton, I have him in the first half. I'm going to tell you this, what happened. Listen to this. God damn it. First half, I've got +0.5 point. I got +0.5 and the Bills. It's 7-7. I think it's 7-7 or 10-10. It's tied. It's tied. I've got +0.5 point. +0.5 point. I got the ball. The Bills have the ball. I'm getting a half point, and there's a 2-minute warning. How do I lose this bet? Well, of course, if you got Kyle Orton quarterbacking your team, you're going to get fucked. Of course, Kyle Orton goes back to pass, drops it like a fucking baby dropping a baby rattle, and I get screwed because New England falls on the ball and kicks the field goal with seconds left and goes up at halftime. Fuck Kyle Orton. Seriously. God damn it. There's another loser. Baltimore, Tampa Bay. Would someone please tell Tampa Bay that there was a football game today? Would someone please, like, ring, 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 ring? Hello, this is Tampa Bay. Hi, gentlemen, there's a football game today. Did you know? It was at your home field. You've been on the road for 3 straight weeks. Show up because your fans are there cheering for you. You only almost beat the fucking Saints. You were on the road, you beat the Steelers, and you don't show up and you fall 35-0 down to Baltimore. To the Flacco and the Ravens. How do you give up 35 points in the first 16 minutes of the game to the Ravens? The Ravens haven't scored 35 points since World War II. And they're giving up 35 in the first 16 fucking minutes? Seriously? God damn. I mean, and of course, I've got Tampa in the first half. I got Tampa for the game +3. And then, of course, just to screw me, just to fucking stick it, and then turn the knife, I've got Tampa Bay as a team total over 22.5. Over 22.5. Well, there may be some grace of salvation coming down, and I'm going to get at least win this bet because it's Tampa Bay has 17 points. They just need one more touchdown with something like 11 minutes left in the game. Trash touchdown, something will happen. The whole Ravens secondary, second to third string is playing. And of course, Tampa gets down to the 10-yard line. 4 downs and out. They get down to the 30-yard line. 4 downs and out. They can't score. Of course, they got to tease me. It's like dangling. Here's the victory. Here's the victory. Here's the victory. I mean, that's what it's basically like watching the Tampa Bay fucking Buccaneers. Holy shit. You bet against them, and they fucking turn into the 78 Steelers. You bet on them, and they turn into the 78 Buccaneers. Or whatever the worst team in football is. Oh. San Diego at Oakland. I've got the under. Of course, they score 80,000 points in that game. Actually, I had the Raiders as well, believe it or not, +7. It's pretty goddamn bad day when you bet the Oakland Raiders, and that's one of your few victories. That shows you how bad it was. And how about the Seattle Seahawks? What a fraud. What a fraud of a team. Are you kidding me? Listen, I don't want to put everything into one game, but seriously, when you're playing at home and you got Dallas coming in, and they were completely stomped. That game was 30-23, and it should have been much worse. It was not even that close, and anybody who watched the game saw the Cowboys outgain, out-defense, out-offense, out-think, out-coach, out-kick, out-punt, out-special teams Seattle by at least 2-1 in that game. There was no question that Seattle had no business even covering in the game. And of course, I had teased them down with everybody else. Lost that. Can't believe I've trusted in Seattle. Dallas is for real, obviously. I will give credit to the Cowboys, a team that everybody in the world, not just me, underestimated grossly. Now we're paying for it. Washington at Arizona. Listen to this. Listen to this game. Listen to this. Just when I thought every single game is loser, 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 and all of a sudden I got the DirecTV on, and I'm flipping the channel, and then bang, on comes the Washington-Arizona game. The Washington Redskin-Arizona Cardinal game. And I'm like flipping, and I've got Arizona -6. I've got Arizona -6. And I'm winning the game 20-13 by 7 with like a minute left. And all of a sudden I'm watching, as soon as I hit the switch, Washington races in for a touchdown. And it becomes like, it's 23-20, 23-20. And of course now I'm not covering. I thought, what an incredible way to lose. This is the perfect ending to a horrible, horrible fucking day. And of course what happens on that last game so far is with 18 seconds left in the game, I've got Arizona. They're winning by 3. Washington drops back to pass. Cousins throws the interception, and the Cardinals run in here's a little gift for you, Nolan. A $200 winner I get because I get very lucky on one game where I win $200. Hooray! I won. I felt like a puppy pissing all over itself when you scrub its belly. I mean, that's the kind of day it was. God damn, it was awful. And of course, I got the New York Giants right now, who are losing 17-0 tonight. I'm Nolan Dalla, and if I'm still alive, If you're still with me, if you're still watching, I will see you again next week, maybe.